Leave lessons from the book, The Mountain is You. Number 1. The first step in healing anything is taking full accountability. It is no longer being in denial about the honest truth of your life and yourself. It does not matter what your life looks like on the outside. It is how you feel about it on the inside. It is not okay to be constantly stressed, panicked, and unhappy. Something is wrong, and the longer you try to love yourself, out of realizing this, the longer you are going to suffer. The greatest act of self-love is to no longer accept a life you are unhappy with. It is to be able to state the problem plainly and in a straightforward manner. Number 2. The people who are meant for you are going to meet you on the other side. You're going to build a new comfort zone around the things that actually move you forward. Instead of being liked, you're going to be loved. Instead of being understood, you're going to be seen. All you're going to lose is what was built for a person you no longer are. Remaining attached to your old life is the first and final act of self-sabotage, and releasing it is what we must prepare for to truly be willing to see real change. Number 3. We don't reach a breaking point because one or two things go wrong. We reach a breaking point when we finally accept that the problem isn't how the world is. It is how we are. This is a beautiful reckoning to have. Number 4. When you heal, you become stronger where you've been broken. You become grounded where you've been egotistical. You become responsible where you've been neglectful. You become more sensitive and able and conscious. You become more considerate. You are more empathetic. You are more mindful, more careful. But what you don't need to be more of is afraid. Fear is not going to protect you. Action is. Worrying is not going to protect you. Number 5. When you start showing up as exactly who you are, you start radically changing your life. You start receiving authentic love. You start doing your best and most profitable and effortless work. You start laughing. You start enjoying things again. You start realizing that you just needed anything to project all this fear onto. So you chose the most vulnerable and common issues in life. Number 6. You start to let go on the day you realize that you cannot continue to revolve around a missing gap in your life, and going on as you were before will simply not be an option. You start to let go at the moment you realize that this is the impetus, this is the catalyst. This is that moment the movies are made about, and the books are written around, and songs are inspired by. This is the moment you realize that you will never find peace standing in the ruins of what you used to be. Number 7. The way you are self-sabotaging. Dwelling on past relationships or continually checking up on exes. What your subconscious mind might want you to know. This relationship affected you more than you are letting yourself believe. The ending hurt you more than you acknowledged. And you need to process that. Your continued interest in this person means there's something about the relationship that is still unresolved, and it is probably some kind of closure or acceptance that you need to find for yourself. Number 8. What your subconscious mind might want you to know. You want people to love and accept you so much that the stress of it all makes you isolate yourself from the pain, effectively creating the reality you're trying to avoid. Alternatively, needing solitude too often usually means there is a discrepancy between who you pretend to be and who you actually are. When you show up to your life more authentically, it becomes easier to have people around as it requires less effort.